Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my March 2026 plan with me. For this month's spread, I'm going to be using digital stickers from Crafty Planner Queen. The title of this set is The Reading Blues, and you can find it on Etsy. To make mine, I did upload it to Cricut Design Space, and I'm using washi tape sticker paper that I found on Amazon, and I'll leave that linked in the description box in case you want to try it. The cutting setting that I used was the printable vinyl white green liner setting, and that was in order to achieve a kiss cut. That setting worked perfectly for this particular sticker paper. It cut through the sticker layer without cutting through the backing. Now let's get into the March setup. March is going to start with my dinner planning spread. This will be a 2-page layout that includes a monthly dinner calendar and a weekly grocery shopping list, just like last month's layout did. And I also want to try to do a horizontal Dutch door cut across the top. You can see where I have it marked that this is going to be a cutout section. I want to try to do a layered look so that when you flip the page over, you'll be able to see the calendar that I'm going to put over here in the left hand corner. And then just use less material. For example, like the stickers are going to be filling in across the top as a design, and I didn't want to have to print another page, full page of stickers. For the calendar, I'm actually going to be recycling from my plum paper planner from last year. It included a printout of the 2026 calendar, and so I'm just going to cut this out and glue it onto this page. I'm still trying to decide if I want this to just be regular black ink or if I want to do it in a coordinating color. But what I think I'm going to go ahead and do first is do my horizontal Dutch layout and add the stickers, and then see how I feel about adding color to the calendar area after I add the stickers. I will be leaving a little section right here. I think I'm going to go back over this with my ruler to straighten that cut line up. But I did not want to cut all the way to the seam because I didn't want to risk cutting into the binding. So I'm just going to leave a little section here and cover it up with some washi tape. And I also wanted to mention that this orange section right here is not a part of that sticker package. I just pulled that from the Cricut Design Space platform, but everything else that you see is a part of that. I think I want is to have this peeking from under here, like this, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. And let's put that there first. to work on this side over here. First, I'm going to go on and cut out this calendar piece. Now that I have added that in, I do think that I'm going to go through and draw the lines in this blue and then come back in and use this darker blue to do the words as well as the numbers for the calendar. I did not intend to mark my lines through here. I actually meant to leave this space open, but of course, as I was tracing, I just went with the flow. So I actually like to keep scraps, my sticker paper that's left over when I do print and cut, because it's always like this wasted white space for purposes just such as this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a rectangle that'll fit in here, and maybe I'll do like a border outline or something like that after I put it on there. But that way I'll have that blank space to be able to write in for my grocery shopping list for week 5. For my habits tracker page this month, I decided to go with a mini calendar for each habit, and I'll be tracking 4 habits just like I did last month. And this is the stencil that I use. I believe this is a Happy Planners stencil. I've had it for a few years now, but that's the stencil that I use to draw with, and I need to finish drawing this last one in. And then I'm going to decorate it with a few stickers. That is it for the habits tracker page. Somewhere in the middle of me writing sleep, I started thinking about reading and I almost put an R for the P, but it's okay. I corrected myself. I intend to use this orange highlighter that I have in my hand to mark off every habit that I complete per day. My bill tracking page, I have a section for the due date as well as the amount that's owed because I forgot to put that in February's tracker page. So I also have a section for the company, of course, who I'm going to be paying. And then this will also serve as my notes page. Now, what I think I'm going to do is go on and highlight the lines in this dark blue as well so that it can match with the habit tracker because I feel like that would look much better. I have a bit of smudging on the pages and on my hands from the ruler, but that's okay. It's my journal, and I'm the only person who's really going to see it. And this last page is going to be dedicated to my task for the month. March usually is not a big month for me in regards to events, and that's why the section that I have for events is so small. But for tasks, that's usually a lot that I'm doing in March, or there's usually a lot that I'm doing in March because it's almost time for me to get started in the garden. And so I have to do clean up the garden. I have to get things put away. I also start putting away my winter clothes and pulling out my summer clothes that I have in my storage containers. And so March is a month of task for me. So I did need a full page dedicated to the task, but I knew I would have stickers left over. So I'm leaving this section right here just for stickers. I actually took a part of that washi paper that was left over after I pulled my sticker sheet off of there, and I did like this little grid line with the markers and my ruler, and I'm going to put that as a base and then layer the stickers over it, and that will be the last page for the month of March. right, friends, that is my March 2026 setup. I really love how this one came together. It feels soft but creative. The Dutch door detail is what I'm most excited about. I just like being able to flip over and still see this across the top, so I love that. And I'm excited to see how the habit tracker fill up. As I said, I just plan on taking this orange highlighter because I typically always have this in my bag, my work bag, and just filling in where it needs to be filled in. And March is definitely going to be a busy month for me. I already explained that my main focus for the month of March is usually garden cleanup and organization, especially since I have a new garden bed that I need to put together and I have to move the old garden bed. So I already know that my task page is going to be full. Again, the details for the digital sticker file from Crafty Planner Queen and the washi sticker paper will be in the description box. Let me know in the comments what you are focusing on this March, and I will see you in the next one.